What is going on, guys? Jason Burke here, Styles Clash for Life, coming at you on YouTube, and today I am wrestling with myself. I haven't done one of these segments for quite some time, but with the re-advent of my channel, with my new camera, and finally coming back on after all the medical stuff, I wanted to get back to all my usual segments, so Wrestling with Myself is finally back with another prediction video today for Money in the Bank 2018. WWE Money in the Bank 2018 is this Sunday, coming from the Illinois area. They've extended pay-per-views now to like 4.5 hours. It's gonna pre-show starts at like 6. Main show now starts at 7. They can run past 11 o'clock. And I've got to say, this is too much content. I truthfully have not been watching Raw and SmackDown anymore. I don't enjoy them. I tried on and off for like the last 2 years to watch here and there, and I just can't get into it. So for the last, year and a half or so, I have not been watching Raw or SmackDown. It's over 5 hours a week of wrestling I just don't enjoy. I'm watching a ton of wrestling right now, just not main roster stuff. I watch NXT weekly. I watch 205 weekly. I watch Ring of Honor sometimes, like bi-weekly. I watch Lucha Underground, which is back this week, weekly. I watch MLW weekly. So, there's 4 hours of wrestling a week, sometimes 5, that I watch already. So there's no reason for me to add another 5 hours of stuff if I don't enjoy the Raw and SmackDown product. But there are 11 matches this Sunday coming up on what's going to be at least a 4-hour show, if not longer. I'm truthfully not looking forward to it, but Money in the Bank is one of the bigger shows now. It's one of the top 5. Money in the Bank itself is always a good match. It's really hard to mess that match up. So there are some good matches on paper here. I mean, as a card, the roster's amazing. I'm sure the matches will be solid, but the booking and the writing have just been so lackluster lately. With that being said, though, I do want to preview these 11 matches and talk briefly about them really quick. And if I'm being too negative, I do apologize to the fans out there. If you guys like Raw and SmackDown, I'm glad you guys enjoy it. It's just not for me, but I'm glad you guys like it. But anyway, I'll be watching Money in the Bank with friends this Sunday, and hopefully we can make it a fun show. So the pre-show opener is the SmackDown Tag Titles. The Bludgeon Brothers defend against Anderson and Gallows. 4 good workers here, 2 great teams. Bludgeon Brothers are going to retain here. They just won these belts at Mania. I like the role they've been on. I think this is going to be a very fun match. I hope it gets time on the pre-show. Maybe give it, 12 minutes or whatever. So I think it'll be solid, and I think the Bludgeon Brothers have no chance of losing this early. But I am glad to see Anderson and Gallows finally starting to get pushed again for the first time in the last 6 months, because they deserve it. Then we have Big Cass versus Daniel Bryan. Bryan won the last one by tap out in a very fast match. It was underwhelming last time. I don't have big expectations for this match either. Big Cass just in the ring is not where he needs to be. On the mic, he's solid. As a character, he's getting better. But in the ring, he's just kind of lacking a lot. But since he is a guy they want to push, and since Bryan won the last one, I think Cass gets his win back here. So I think Big Cass gets the win. Maybe some nefarious heel tactics. I don't know. Not really expecting much out of the match because the last one wasn't too good and Cass still needs some work in the ring. But I do think Cass wins here. Then we have Sami Zayn versus Bobby Lashley. Oh boy, I've seen the clips. I still follow along with the newsletters and I watch the YouTube clips once in a while, and this feud has been really bad. I would not believe that a new guy like Lashley coming back after a long time against a guy I love as much as Sami Zayn would be like the worst feud of the year, but this is by far the worst feud of 2018. The writing is so cheesy and lackluster and horrible. They are doing these guys so wrong. But Lashley here wins. I mean, Sami Zayn's been doing the heel thing. Lashley's a new guy. He just came back after his TNA stint. He needs a big win, so he'll get this win here for sure, but I don't care about this match at all. Raw Tag Team titles, the Leader of Worlds, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt against the B Team here, Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. This is like a token tag title shot for the B Team. They are getting over as a comedy act. They're good talents, but this is just like their one quick little chance to do something. The Leader of Worlds just won the belts recently, so they won at the pay-per-view special thing overseas. So I think Hardy and Wyatt retain here. Interesting to see if Wyatt and his brother Bo Dallas in real life have a little interaction in this match. But the Leader of Worlds are going to retain. Not expecting too much out of the match. Roman Reigns versus Jinder Mahal. Roman Reigns wins. Roman Reigns is going to win this one. He's their guy. Again, not expecting much. I like Roman. I'm not a hater like a lot of the viewers are. I like Roman Reigns a lot. I don't like Jinder Mahal very much, so I'm not expecting much out of the match, but I think Reigns gets the win here. Then we have for the SmackDown Women's Championship, Carmella defends against Asuka. Carmella as a character has been really good. Her in-ring is slowly improving, but she's still a little choppy. So it's fun to see her evolution here and getting the women's title run. I like her mic work. I like her character. She's doing a lot of good positive things. In the ring, still a little bit meh, but Asuka obviously is really good. My gut's telling me Carmella's going to retain somehow. I don't know how she's going to do it, but it seems like a little quick for Asuka to win in her first shot. Carmella just won the belt recently, so it seems a little weird for Asuka to win this soon. But I'm going to pick Asuka because I just don't know how Carmella would retain. They're treating her as a fluke champion, and they're still treating Asuka as almost unbeatable, except for the one loss against Charlotte. So I don't know. For whatever reason, my gut's saying Carmella, my heart's saying Asuka. I'm going to go with my heart and predict Asuka wins the SmackDown Women's title here, and maybe there's a cash-in later in the night for Money in the Bank so that Asuka has to still chase the belt, and there's going to be a couple of chasers down the line. So maybe 2 title changes for the women's title on SmackDown. Then we have the Raw Women's Championship match. Nia Jax defends against Ronda Rousey. Same kind of thing here. Nia just won at WrestleMania, so it seems very quick for her to lose the belt, and very quick for Ronda Rousey, and only her, second match ever, or maybe a few tag matches on Raw, maybe, I don't know, third match, fourth match, for Rousey to win the women's title already, but it's her first singles match on pay-per-view. It seems quick, but I don't see any way they have Rousey lose here. Rousey is supposed to be in for a possible Mania main event against Charlotte or Asuka. Rousey is the big pushed one here. I don't see her losing somehow, so I think Nia loses the belt fast here. I think Rousey wins via tap out here, surprisingly. And should be a decent match. Nia Jax gets better and better in the ring. I really enjoy her. I think she's been one of the most improved this year, and I think Rousey was excellent in her showing so far as well. Then we have Seth Rollins defending the U.S. title against Elias. This is probably the match that I'm looking most forward to besides the Money in the Bank matches. Both guys are on fire right now. Rollins is red hot. Elias is an amazing heel. They both get better and better each week. I think they could steal the show in this show, and I think Seth Rollins retains and continues his long, hot IC title defense streak in a very good match. Women's Money in the Bank. I'm not going to list all 8 competitors here. This one's up in the air. This one is the hardest match out of all the matches to predict. Same with the men's match. These two are very hard to call. But I'm going to go Becky Lynch here. I think Becky needs it the most. She hasn't really gotten pushed since she won the SmackDown title like a year and a half ago. It's been so long since she's gotten any kind of spotlight or anything, so I think she needs this one the most. There's some other contenders like Bayley or Sasha, if Bayley gets inserted for Natalya, or if Sasha wins. But I think Becky Lynch is the most needful choice here. And I like Becky a lot, so I would like to see her win as well. I think Ember's too new to win this one here. So I think Becky wins. Men's Money in the Bank. This one's hard to call as well. Samoa Joe's been on a roll. I think he could be a winner. But the one I'm going to predict here is The Miz. Miz has been in line for a big push, they've said, for a while. He's been kind of a little calmer since losing his IC belt in the long run that he had. But he's a natural heel. He's great with the briefcase. He's already cashed in and won once before, back in the day. He's just the best possible character for this briefcase, and he's due for a big push. I could see him cashing in after Reigns finally beats Lesnar for the belt at SummerSlam. I could see Miz cashing in. Or even if Lesnar retains against Reigns, Miz cashes in to win the belt and bring it back to full-time contention. Finally, I hate Brock Lesnar. Not a fan. But I think Miz wins here. Then your main event, last man standing for the SmackDown World Championship, Styles. AJ Styles defends against Shinsuke Nakamura. Their matches so far have been underwhelming. I have not really enjoyed their series of matches. In WWE, I expected to after the New Japan Classic, but they have not. They've had some pretty good matches with some very bad finishes that have ruined all of their possibly classic matches. This one, I think, is going to be the best of the bunch for them and one of the best matches on this show, hopefully. I'm enjoying heel Nakamura from what I've seen. I'm liking Styles' long title run from what I've seen. Again, Nakamura makes the most sense here because he lost a few times to Jinder for the world title. He's lost now to Styles 3 consecutive times trying to win the title. So Nakamura makes the most sense here, but I'm going with my head and my heart here and taking AJ Styles to retain. Styles has had a good long run. I like him overall as a character and as a wrestler better than Nakamura on the main roster so far. I'd rather see him retain and then go on to lose it at SummerSlam against Samoa Joe. I think a Styles and Joe feud for the SmackDown belt would be classic. have Styles get a few more wins and then lose to Joe at SummerSlam. So Nakamura is kind of the obvious choice, but I'm going to take Styles in what I think should be a very good match. So there's my rundown, 11 matches. I'm sorry this video has gone long. What are you guys most looking forward to at Money in the Bank? Do you guys think I'm being too hard on Raw and SmackDown? What do you guys think will steal the show at Money in the Bank? Tell me these things in the comments down below. Come back tomorrow as well. I'm posting a NXT TakeOver preview tomorrow on my channel for this coming Saturday. And I love NXT, and I'm much more positive toward NXT, so come back for that as well. Check back tomorrow. This has been Wrestling with myself. I'll see you guys soon.